Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Fresno County Department of Public Health, the Environmental Health Division's fee and ordinance meeting, session number 1. We're going to get this going. I'm going to minimize the poll and minimize the other items that we see here. Try to bring up. So basically, what we have is this meeting is being recorded and a transcript will be available online after the conclusion of this meeting. Translations or subtexting will be added after the recording is completed for anyone needing a translation. During this meeting, please provide any questions you have in the chat section and we'll cover them as time permits. I don't think we have a lot of people here, so we should be able to get to all your questions. We'll also provide you with a link to submit any questions or comments on our website after this session, should you have any that come up. All questions we'll provide answers as best we can, and all comments and questions will be available for our Board of Supervisors for their review on December 3rd and 17th. Environmental health fees were reviewed through a detailed process which involved a time task analysis based on our actual time to perform the inspections and any support activities. In addition, we reviewed the fee categories, and some facilities will have their categories changed. This may reduce or increase their fees and change inspection frequencies. The fee package we'll review was created to assure we meet some of the requirements of the grand jury report. Some of you may have read it. The grand jury stated that we need to implement a fee structure that makes Environmental Health Department a self-supporting division of the county health department. And that was no later than 180 days from the publication of that report. This was one of several recommendations that the county reviewed and responded back to the grand jury on. The ordinance portion of the proposed items makes a few changes to our ordinance for the programs we permit. Should the board accept our proposal and adopts the new fees and ordinance, they will take effect no sooner than 30 days after the second reading on December 17th. We anticipate the first billing of new fees will be in February of 2025. This will affect facilities that have a permit expiration date in April, since we send out invoices 60 days prior to their expiration date. Any new facilities will be charged new fees, or the re-inspections and consultation fees will be charged after February 1st of 2025. So let's take a look at our proposed fees now. So basically what you see here, I'll make that a little bigger. These were the rate increases that we came up with that we're proposing. The Certified Unified Program Agency, the CUPA, has an increase of 24% the first year. The hourly rate, which those fees are based on, increased almost 70%. The Consumer Protection Unit, which is our retail, food, recreational health, all the swimming pools and spas. It's also our institutional health, organized camps, body art, wells. There's a number of things there. That's a proposed increase of 11%. That hourly rate went up 4%. The dairy is up 24%, and our emergency response team rate did increase 106%. This is all based on actual time and our cost to implement. So these are our fees that we're proposing before the Board of Supervisors. We are not making any changes to the animal license or kennel licenses that we charge. Nor to the boarding fee. The body art monitoring program, you can see that they are currently, it's the practitioner registration, which is annual, is $52. It's going to go to $58. The inspections for each facility is $224 a year. Well, it'll go to $248. And the re-inspection will be $121 each time that occurs for an hour. Any event, special event, is $121 each for that event coordinator, and then $30 for each booth that's there. Our milk and dairy product program is all based on the California Department of Food and Ag. Their rates, none of that has changed. We do not affect that at all. Now, we do have an hourly rate that if we have to conduct a re-inspection or perform a consultation for anybody, it will be $135 per hour. And that'll be based on our time at the facility location where we're performing the re-inspection or the consultation. And we'll bill only for our time there. The Consumer Protection Unit detention facilities, we have to inspect those. This is a new fee category, and we have those broken down this way: adult court holding cells, adult jail, juvenile justice campus, and you can see they will pay $504, $848 per year for an adult jail. Juvenile justice campus is going to pay $1,192. So we'll go to our consumer protection, the food. Bakery is going to go up by $53 to $558. A bar will be $436. You can see the difference here, all of 11%, 42. The new category that we're going to be charging is the catering or caterer. They will pay $270 per facility. Commercial farmers markets are going to be $1,014 per year. Commissaries, these are for the mobile food prep units. They're $412 a year, or if it's for mobile units, it's $1,242. For a secondary operation of mobile units, it's $314. And the new category that we have there is for the compact mobile food operators. These are the small carts and such. That'll be $451 location per year. The community event, again, the organizer application review, for our time to look at it, that is a new category. It'll be $63 per event, just to make sure whether or not we have to inspect. If we do have to inspect, it will be $264 per unit each event. The compact mobile food operation, which is a new category we have this year. We have a number of new facilities joining this. This is a $262 per unit charge. Again, also a new fee category here, the compact mobile food operation storage site evaluation will be $212 per site. Confectionery goes to $492 per location. Cottage food, which is also a fairly new program the last couple of years. The Class A will be $159 per location per year. The Class B will be $138 location per year. And the plan check for those will be $311. And then the menu revision, if you change anything, it'll be $60 per submittal. That's a new fee category. Food facility plan checks. You can see those are going up 1 to 2,000 square feet will be $1,404. Greater than 2,000 square feet will be $1,687. Where we have it's greater than 2,000 square feet with 5 or more operations. These will be the large stores with multiple entities within: a deli, a bakery, meat department will be $2,595 per project, and a minor remodel at any facility will be $654. We have a new fee category of host facility. This relates to host facility. That's where a caterer will be operating. Okay. ICE plant operator will be $232. And then a licensed healthcare facility, which is a new program we have to do. We'll be looking at all those. They will be inspected 4 times a year. That'll be $798 per location per year. Market with meat department will go to $931 per year. A market with meat department greater than 3,000 square feet will be $1,172. The market without meat department is $484. That's 100 to 500 square feet. If it's 500 to 3,000 square feet, it's $647. And if it's greater than 3,000 square feet, it's $771. Meat market increases to $1,156. Mobile food facility will be $349 per unit per year. A mobile food facility plan check is $633 per unit. Mobile food prep unit, preparation unit will be $657 a year. A push cart that is prepackaged only is $77. I'll be getting into the larger sites. The restaurants with seating, 1 to 50 seats, $834 per location. Greater than 51 seats, it's going to be $1,064. Again, we're all following the 11% increase rule. So the restaurants without seating, 100 to 500 square feet, will be $588 per location. Greater than 500 square feet is $738. A satellite food facility will be $475. This is typically found at schools. This could be a small auxiliary unit being operated. The school cafeteria will pay $537 per year. We have some new snack bar categories that we created. A prepackaged food only will $389. If there's limited preparation, this would just be pretty much what a hot dog and some light preparation, just heating, that would be that. If it's a full prep where they're doing full food prep, it's $365. Swap meets from 1 to 149 spaces is $2,096. Swap meet was greater than 149 spaces will be $4,190. Organized camp, the minimum fee, which for the first 50 beds at the site will be $375. Each additional bed over 50 will be $3. That did not change, but the overall fee did. Recreational health, these are the public swimming pools. You can see that a spa will be $732. A single pool will be $603. A water park will be $745. If there's multiple pools at one location, it'll be $455 per pool each location. And if there's multiple spas at the same facility, it's $329 per. The multiple water park pool will be $1,334. An inactive pool will be $312. And spray grounds will be $358 each per year. The public pool plan check cost will be $2,463. And any minor pool remodel will be $253 per project. The Cal Code water systems, these are the water systems that feed some of the small restaurants and food locations out in the county in different locations. They're going to be 376. A state small water system will be 197 per location. Our well permits are going to go up. The well permit are going to be 850 for any domestic, agricultural, cathodic, or test holes or industrial well. A monitoring well will be $260. A new fee category that we're going to be charging because we're spending time on this is a soil boring. That's at $231. A well destruction permit will be $573 for each well destroyed. The consumer protection unit hourly rate. This is something I want everybody to be pay close attention to. For a reinspection or a consultation, it's going to go from $109 to $113 per hour. This will be for any reinspection at any food facility, any pool, any consumer protection unit that we just went through. That'll be for our time at the facility doing the reinspection, or for the time if you need us to come out and you wanted to ask a lot of questions, or we're putting in a new facility but didn't know quite how to do things. We can do consultation, but it's going to cost. In our hazardous materials compliance, or the Certified Unified Program Agency, the CUPA, these are new fee categories that we have not been charging for a number of years, but we've been performing the inspections. A tank and underground area, Tayuga, will be $274 per location. A tank that is petroleum has 1,320 gallons to 9,999 will be $488 per location. And a 10,000 or gallon plus tank or location will be $784. Our hazmat business plans are increasing 24% across the board. Small will be 443, a medium will be 525, a large will be 645. Radioactive material only handler is 121. A new fee category here that we have, hazardous material business plan, but it's waste only. That's the only thing going over the reportable thresholds. We're going to charge $92 per plan just to cover the SIR submittal, plus an inspection. Motor vehicle fuels, oils, and propane only in above ground tanks, but those are below the threshold of 1,320 gallons or a UST bottle plan. Those are going to go to 121. Auto repair or maintenance model plan, they're going to go to 443. Our unstaffed facility mobile plan, these are a lot of the cell towers and a lot of the communication facilities. These are $121 per site. An extremely hazardous substance handler, or EPGRA, which is a federally listed facility and chemical, is $724 per location. Now, some more new categories that we have, both in the CalARP program, which is the California Accidental Release Prevention Program. And I'm going to also talk about the federal risk management plan, the RMPs. Both have the 3 levels. The California has an additional list of chemicals. So that's why we have to specify those out. But for a level 1, they're $1,141 per facility, each level 1. Each level 2 will be $1,180 per facility. Same with the level 3. A new RMP submittal document for any one of the levels when you're submitting new will be $1,104. That's for the initial submittal and initial review for us. Underground storage tanks, the annual permit for a facility with 1 to 3 underground tanks will be at $1,937 per year. A facility with 4 or more tanks will be $2,303. A plan check for a new system, 1 to 3 tanks, is going to be $1,932. And a plan check for a tanks 4 or more is going to be $3,142. Again, we're following the 24% rule here. Again, these are also repair and upgrade existing systems to UST. If it's a piping only, it'll be $1,450. If it's a containment systems, those are $1,450 as well. Same as the upgrade lining and recertification. But if it's a repair or monitor to the monitoring system only, it's $482. Anytime where you're removing the tanks, each tank, one tank will be $461, and any additional tank will be $211 at the same site. Hazardous waste generators. If you're a conditionally exempt small quantity generator, it's $162 per year. Small quantity generator is $319. Large quantity generator is $481. Hazardous waste tiered permits. When you treat hazardous waste on site, there are specific tiers that you fall into. If it's conditionally exempt, based on how much and what you produce, it's $684 per unit per year. Conditionally authorized is $1,289 per unit per year, and the permit by rule is $1,491. The Cooper hourly rate, which is a new fee category which we have, is for re-inspections or for a CalARP audit after a release or time or a consultation, is $184 per hour. Again, it'll be based on our time at the facility. We won't be charging for travel time, so there's no difference between a facility in Fresno versus one in Coalinga or Firebaugh or Reedley or Orange Cove. So they'll be charged based on our arrival time and departure time. Our emergency response team, which I hope a vast majority of you don't need, when we have charged for an accident or a release or spill or on the road, these accidents where we have trucks turn over and we have hazardous materials spilled out, or we're doing after hours response, it was $134. It's going to $276 per hour. That'll be for cost recovery for our time. If our emergency response team has to go out for an after hours reopening, you're going to pay $276 or less depending on our time at the facility. But we're hoping to cut those down so we don't have to do that. Then waste, the liquid waste pumping vehicle is going to be $247 per year. It did not go up at all. And that is all I have on that. And I did cover the rates. So I will go and see if are there any questions. We have no questions. Really. Okay. This is your chance to ask your questions in the chat. The other thing I want you to be clear on too that I need to talk about, I just realized, is that our ordinance, by us doing these fees and we're answering the grand jury at 100% of our cost recovery, that'll free up some realignment money that we used to use to offset the costs. That money is going to hopefully go and help our enforcement actions that we'll take for unpermitted vendors. So if there are unpermitted vendors operating out in your area near your facility, and it can be not just for food, it can be for anything else related to what we charge fees for, but typically it's food is our biggest problem. But if we have an unpermitted swimming pool or unpermitted auto repair shop or something that we're going to have to go visit, they're going to be paying for our costs for that time. And then those in our ordinance proposal, we will be stating that if it can be easily permitted, they'll pay a plan check fee, if applicable, and 2 years worth of fees to become permitted. If they're not, we're going to probably impound their equipment and send them on the merry way with a warning, or we can fine them anywhere from $100 to $500. And if we find multiple repeat offenders or they're being very obstinate with us, we may refer to the district attorney for prosecution of a misdemeanor, plus all the other stuff. So we're really trying to address our unpermitted vendors as well. So, are there any questions on that? Let me see what I got here. For facilities with employee break areas with vending machines with prepackaged food, is this a permitted activity? No permits for the vending machines. Other counties may do that, but we don't. If a facility triggers CalR and federal RMP, they don't get charged twice. No, you're either going to be in one or the other. And if you have processes in each two different ones, we can make an adjustment. And you really will probably pretty much just pay the higher fee. So you could have a program 1 and a program 3 process, depending on the chemical, how far it goes. And we'll pretty much just stick with the higher one. Any other questions? No other questions? Oh, yeah. Where was that? You sent that to me, didn't you? Huh? I got it. Have it. Get it right here. Let me bring something up. Was that in the second ordinance? Did you send it? I got it right here. That's what we're looking at right here. No, not that. Okay, sorry. Word item. The amendment. Not that. I'm trying to get you else with the ordinance. Yeah, we're having a little technical difficulty here. Just gonna pull it up there. Get to it here. Final docs, right? We'll be right there. Hang on, folks. I'm trying to get it up for you here. Ordinance talk. Amendment. Yes, okay. This one. Okay. Let me go to the summary of ordinance changes for you. Okay. So proposed ordinance deletions, the health and safety code, solid waste management, permit fee and handling disposal, vehicle identification and reporting requirements for liquid waste activities, as well as repercussions for operating violations of the ordinance. The permits and inspection fees. Our permits, we needed to list all the ones that I went through. We need to make sure are listed in the permits that we issue. Storage of hazardous substances in underground tanks is being updated for applicable language for permits, fees, and activities absorbed in Title 8. Title 14, water and sewage, well regulations, general provisions, updated language regarding well destruction and permitting frequencies. So a lot of it is clean up some of the things that we're proposing. So that's it for that. Is there anything else regarding the fees that you would like to have answered? Yeah, I covered that. Did that answer your question, Tom? Grace? Not hearing anything otherwise. Yep, yes. When is the staff report available? Was that our agenda item? That should be at the end of this week. We should have it on the Board of Supervisors meeting agenda. Is there anything else there that you needed answered there, Tom? Well, if there are no more questions and anything else that you want me to cover, I believe that we can make sure that you please do a post-meeting survey here. So hopefully this will help us know that we got the message across to you as well. Otherwise, I will say goodbye from us. And I appreciate you folks taking the time out to log on and yes, you can still submit. If you have any questions or comments that come up, you can submit after the meeting. You can go to the webpage link that we have. I believe I had that open for you. It's in the chat, and that'll take you to the webpage, and you can leave questions or comments there, or at least email us into DPH Environmental Health at FresnoCountyCA.gov. And we will answer your questions as best we can there. And all those will be documented for the board should they ask for them. So there you go. In the chat, we have what's going to happen with the recording, transcript, and notes, and then the webpage. If that is all, I will conclude this meeting and we'll close it out. And thank you very much.